from
Go
Instagram.
You are live
go
on
to
YouTube now.
I'm not wearing a bra.
We're on YouTube now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the comments up. People.
Which way to look?
People are blaming me for being late.
Well,
That's not my fault.
Ooh, I can't really see.
when they know, they know.
We think we can make that a little bigger.
Yeah. Just can everyone confirm that you can hear us and everything's working?
Here, I'll open it up on me. And we are.
I'm just gonna keep squinting.
I see us. We are there.
Okay. There's always a little bit of a delay. How come we're not up on the screen? Oh, because you didn't press play.
Oh yeah, we are here though. Hey guys, hey, welcome to the YouTube live. I'm not wearing a bra. I keep
Are
saying
you not?
that. No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
That's a little higher than that.
No, I went
My
for
titty-
under. I went for under.
My titties are up higher.
I went for under. I was going
I'm still
under.
young. They didn't drop yet.
Swearing
I told you this YouTube was gonna be risque. Fran just felt my boobs, and if you just entered, you
Yeah.
missed it.
You missed it.
We're very
Now
quiet.
it's
The
our
volume
outfits
is
back.
low.
I'm
Turn the
turning it up.
volume up.
Hard to hear. Check. Sound and video. Oh, no.
Can you guys hear?
Can you
Everyone
hear us now? Can you hear us
Better
now?
volume.
Can hear it just really.
Just
quiet.
really quiet.
Oh my god, I don't want to. No, we're good. We need some confirmation. Oh yes, they can hear us. Okay,
They
hey
hear us?
guys, let's
Can
click.
hear-
Let's
okay,
click
hopefully it sounds
play
good.
up on the
Oh, you
screen
want to
here.
see?
Yeah, because I feel like we're gonna get confused. But
I
welcome
don't know what's updated and what's
to
not.
the YouTube live. And yeah, the room is tiny, but
Yeah.
good news is we are getting a new studio in this office, and that'll be done within the next few months.
It's supposed to be
April,
It's supposed to be April.
and it's gonna be way bigger, way
Way
bigger.
bigger.
It's not even gonna be close to this size. It's probably gonna
Can
be.
we just say what room we're getting?
Yeah, we've said it before.
Yeah, we're
but they
getting
may not know how big that room is. The KFC
Oh.
radio studio.
the KFC radio studio is 4 times bigger than this.
Yeah,
room.
it's 4 of this.
You could probably
these
fit
rooms.
4 of this room.
You see
in
that
room.
comment, the Norman arrow thing?
Norman.
Yeah.
People want to know. No, we're not moving to Chicago, by the way. So that's been
No.
a big conversation within the office of people.
Hopefully you aren't taking John B's square with you.
Oh no, we're leaving that behind.
We might have to come up with new
New sayings.
sayings.
Yeah, but a lot of discussion about Chicago and New York, and
Yeah.
there's a ton of people going to Chicago, but there's also a ton of people staying in New York, and
I'm
New
not going.
York is going to become more of like a comedy entertainment hub, and then like Chicago, like obviously a ton of the sports people are going
Yeah.
there.
It'll be mixed though. There'll still be
mixed.
sports here.
Yeah, there's still going to be sports
Yeah.
people here.
Yeah.
So
Me, no.
yeah, you. Yeah, a lot of people. I'll say it. The people I'm closest with are staying in New York,
Yeah.
and so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will miss some people that are going to Chicago. You know, Nick, KBD,
Yeah, maybe
they'll
we'll
be
go
off.
take a
but-
take a couple visits. Okay, a lot of Jonas Brothers tickets. I was waitlisted, as well as all my Joan and I friends, for buying tickets. However, I did get 2 tickets to 2 nights of my choice, courtesy of Kevin.
Mhm.
It really came from Kevin. You know, I wasn't told from Kevin directly, but it came from Kevin. Which, you know, nothing is harder than picking what night to do.
Mhm.
I think I'm going Tuesday, Thursday, which is Jonas Brothers and Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. I think I may have convinced Rhea to come with me on Tuesday.
I am.
Pre-wedding festivities.
I am going to cancel my hair appointment because people have been so nice about my hair.
Your hair looks so good.
People have been really nice about my hair these last
Yeah.
2 days that I am now inspired to cancel that hair appointment. And I'm going to instead go to the Jonas Brothers show. That's kind of a once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
I can always get my hair done. And
I know. This kind of has like box type vibes.
right. And we had a great time there.
I mean, what bigger, but
Right. And
yeah.
so when quick story, if you don't
and
know
Kevin
it,
would be
and
so happy.
you might know it, but you might not. We went to the Jonas Brothers show at the Box when they announced, it was a Friday, they announced that they were getting back together, and they announced they were doing a one night only show at the Box.
Yeah.
Phones
We
being
were
taken.
still on
We were still on
Sirius.
Sirius.
And we reached out to the Sirius guy.
Yes.
And we were like, how do we get into this show?
Yeah, and we were like, please, 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 we really want to go to this show. And it's still one of the best nights of my life.
That was such a, yeah.
They take your
Yeah.
phone, and so it was like no phone, nothing, just in the moment. I had eaten edible before that, which hit like at the perfect time when they opened up with Year 3000. And I haven't smoked since September, but I've been thinking that for this Jonas Brothers show, I may need to relive that.
Yeah.
I may need to have a dabble a little bit and just enjoy the freaking moment.
Yeah.
So I will be going.
It is very often that Kevin chants also pop off during shows.
Yeah. Oh, and we started the Kevin chant at when they came back. So yeah, Jonas Brothers show will be happening. When are we announcing spring live shows? Do a live show in Dallas. So we will be.
We're working on locations.
We're working on locations. I'll give a little sneak peek. Dallas is in the mix.
Maybe one of them.
And we're working on this week we started working on the spring live show. So we'll have more details on that soon.
We're hoping like late spring.
Late spring. The only city we will give away because they were the first one to comment is Dallas. We will give that one away. We won't say the other ones.
I'm already seeing a couple on there that may
be in the mix.
May also perhaps be in the mix.
It's all places we've never been before, have done a show before. So
they're all going to be exciting. They're all going to be places we have not gone to.
Yes.
Which I'm pumped for. Life back on the road.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I miss it.
It's been a while. I don't know. I might be a little rusty.
You're never rusty.
You guys keep saying
you're never rusty.
You guys keep saying cities. I promise you we have the cities booked. So
well, maybe not. I like to see some ideas for maybe fall.
Yeah, that's true. We are going to do a fall one as well.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Damn, I'm getting
over there?
roasted by the Instagram live right now. Apparently, I'm breathing really loud.
That's creepy.
When will we be getting the new studio? So we just discussed that. New studio will be hopefully in April. Around that time.
Yeah. Also, if you guys are tuning in, you want to smash that subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe because when we get to 150K subscribers, Noah will be bleaching his hair blonde, which he wants to do.
Honestly, he's getting excited.
Yeah.
He's getting excited.
Oh man, I really want to go to Canada so bad.
People want to
so
know.
Much we really want to go to Canada.
That's a good question. Okay. Were we invited to Dylan and Hannah's wedding? We were.
We are invited to
We are invited. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it.
I think I might be flying solo.
Fran might have to go alone. It's really unfortunate. I just something very important
to have
that
boots
week
on the ground.
We do, but I have something very important that week I cannot miss.
No.
And it's my friend's. It's one of my best friend's bachelorette parties.
Look, I'll bother you for a hair appointment on a Jonas Brothers concert night, but that's very. It's
one of my best friend's bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
I cannot miss that.
You cannot.
She would hate me forever if I was like, "Hey, sorry, friend that I've had for 10 years. I'm gonna go to Dylan and Hannah's wedding instead of your bachelorette party." That would be fucked up.
Cannot.
Although I would have loved to have been there, and if it was gonna be any other week, I would 100% be there. I did go back to Solid Core, by the way, and the second time I went back, I'm 2 for 2 on Chicks in the Office listeners in the class, which I love because then I always have somebody to be next to and to cheat off of, and because it's hard, you got to look at what the person's doing. This time was an instructor that was taking another instructor's class. It was even better because she was able to help me. I know we are mad at them, but is there going to be Outer Banks season 3 merch? No, there won't be. Sorry, I couldn't even if there was gonna be one.
If I was gonna make one T-shirt, it would be like I think it would
No Love Club.
Either that or like we hate Big John.
Yeah,
on a T-shirt.
Die
like down
I don't know
with
if you
Big.
Could say that.
Well, and it could be the anti Big John Club.
Anti Big John. None of the Outer Banks merch would probably be positive.
That would be kind of funny if it was like the anti-social social club.
But
it said anti.
I feel like we might be a little late though now, you know?
Yeah,
the Outer Banks hype starts off strong and lasts for like a week.
Yeah, it's still the number one show. New studio decor is probably going to be pretty, not similar, but
we'll be in seats instead of a table.
We want a more clean aesthetic in my mind.
Yeah, white chairs.
More neutrals.
Sitting in big comfy chairs.
This room is bright sometimes just when you like look around, and
I like when you put the questions up there. It actually helps instead of scrolling through the questions.
I'm just putting the ones up that you're answering, but I can start throwing them up.
Yeah, I didn't. No, you've been throwing up. You've been throwing up ones that I didn't.
Oh yeah.
throwing up that I didn't say, but the next merch drop, guys, we struggle with merch.
I like this comment.
We're working on some new stuff.
We are working on new stuff, but we struggle because we want to put out stuff that we also like and not just put out random things. So then it's like, then we go for a while without putting stuff out. Can you please make a Who is More Famous segment like I need to listen to once a week? No,
I can't.
I think we would kill each other.
I just can't argue with Noah about that every single week. It's got to come organically is the thing, because it's actually harder to come up with that on its own.
Yeah, when it's organic, it's fun.
Like it's kind of like it's hard to be like, okay, pick 2 celebrities, because you always end up kind of picking people that are similar.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like it's kind of you don't know where your brain's going.
KFC is moving to the room next door to his studio now.
Yeah.
It's a bigger space, and they're going to be using it for more like Answer the Internet all in one room. That's why he's moving studios, and so then we get his studio, which is nice. But he's going to be in New York. KFC is going to be like the leader of New York.
Yeah, there's just a lot of moving pieces because of course, the folks that are moving to Chicago. Like, there's just going to be more space that's opening up.
It'll be interesting to see how the office changes, just the layout in general. It's very mess. It's a mess. The desks are a mess. I feel like that might change because the Chicago office, they've been talking a lot about like different fun things that are in there, and I think that the New York office is going to want that as well.
I finished the Prince Harry book. The end wasn't really worth a video, to be quite honest. The Meghan Markle, everything with Meghan Markle has just been said 9 million times and talked about in all of their interviews. So it just felt like there wasn't even like a TikTok summary to give the last part. The first part was much more interesting in my mind to hear more about other stuff. Ooh. Your Rummy Cube Championship. I think we got to get you against Paige and Craig.
Yeah, I think
commented
I should
that they
live
play
stream playing against Paige and Craig. The 3 of us.
They play online, or like there's a way to play online.
I used to play
guess.
online against my cousin. It's way better.
We
obviously.
should totally live stream.
I think I should live stream the 3 of us playing.
Yeah.
Best out of 3.
Yeah.
You can't just go off one game, obviously.
No. Cannot do that.
Am I watching more? I am. I have a plan to watch the Murder.
Ooh, good. I watched the first 2.
Did you?
Yeah.
I plan on watching that tonight.
Fascinating stuff.
It's really hard because Murder. It just sounds like I'm saying murder with an accent. Murder.
It's like the family from Super Brother Dozen. The Murdaugh.
Yeah.
Like the Murdaughs. It's literally, I think it might be the same name.
Right. So I think I'm gonna watch that because I want to discuss that tomorrow. Let's see. It interests me sometimes when you say you guys miss something, and I'm like, why? Like, people say I miss, whoa, did I just send that? Bring it back. But, like, the stories become pretty repetitive in my brain, which is why we end things sometimes. I feel like they're repetitive. But when people say bring it back, I'm like, why? You know?
They like
it. It's a genuine question. Like, was it that interesting? What do you think about Hailey Bieber now losing 800,000 followers on Instagram? Guys,
I'm done talking about this.
Same.
Personally,
I think it's exhausting. I think people band together to, I don't even know. I don't like. People are saying that Hailey's bullying Selena, but now people are just bullying Hailey, and it's just a very confusing. Confusing situation. And my point now, because I'm done talking about Hailey and Selena, is that I think Justin Bieber is very moody, and it's his birthday, and I think Justin Bieber is extremely moody. So when people ask me about Hailey and Selena, I just go to Justin now because I don't think he's catching flack when this is all about him.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever do something similar to Chicks in Hogwarts? Oh, I want to.
We are.
Are we?
We are.
We're just waiting.
We are, but we're waiting for.
Are we? Honestly, in the chat right now, give us some ideas of series or movie series that you think would be good for a Chicks in Hogwarts type vibe again. Now, there might be shows that movies that we've all seen, maybe ones that Noah hasn't seen.
Twilight rewatch. Interesting. Lots of Twilight that has been discussed.
What's this comment? Does Fran dislike KB?
Well, KB and I have a rapport.
Oh, I
Do
didn't know
you?
about that.
KB likes to talk about how I don't like him.
I think,
But it's
I
not
think a lot of people think you don't
like
like
a
them in the
genuine
office.
spot. Like, that's
I
really
think people genuinely believe that.
Thanks.
I think you intimidate them. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yep.
I'm seeing Hunger Games, Spider-Man's,
Hunger Games is a good one.
Screams.
I want to do Marvel, but Marvel's a lot of movies.
I can't commit to Marvel.
I can't get Rhea to do Marvel.
I am just not interested in Marvel movies, and it's a flaw of mine that the superhero movies, they don't draw me in, because I can't say it's because I like my things to be a little realistic.
I mean, I'm nerdy. Like my suggestions were like Marvel, Star Wars.
I can't do those.
I can't do those.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
No. I've tried. These are things the thing is,
Yeah.
I've tried to watch these things and I know I'm not interested. So to sign up for something that I know I'm not interested in is signing up for failure and disinterest. Twilight, I was once very interested in.
Yeah.
How was
What
the
we got
Hardy
on there?
concert?
Hardy-
We had a lot of fun at the
We
Hardy
did.
concert. My back still hurts though.
Standing.
Will Caleb and Roan ever make a comeback?
Caleb's never here.
Caleb
so
doesn't live here. Roan is staying in New York. Although
Maybe Roan.
Maybe Roan. The last episode
Maybe
we
just
ever
Roan.
had, we had to completely cut the entire thing.
We did, yeah.
Because
But that was kind of because of Caleb. So.
yeah, it was because of Caleb.
So maybe it'll just be Roan. See, there's so many. Like, there's a lot of good ones that are like. You're talking about TV shows, but I don't. A TV show rewatch for a whole segment is a big time dedication.
Jersey Shore I have rewatched quite a few times. So my
I just feel like there's
organic thoughts
whole
won't be like
yeah. I just feel like people make whole podcasts about rewatching a TV show because
yeah.
there's so many episodes. So doing that on top of all of the other stuff that we do. Kim's skin. I've talked about Kim's skincare. I talked about it on the podcast. And it's good and but overpriced. I liked a bunch of the stuff. I don't use too much of it now. The cleanser and the toner I still use. Everything else I don't really use.
Pirates of the Caribbean would be a fun one.
Oh, I
see
do
that.
love all the pirates. I
would be
love the
interested in
Pirates
that.
movies.
I'm not against that. The short film that I was talking about, which is not really a short film, will be out tomorrow. It's a trailer. Look out for that, though. Please support. A lot of time and effort has gone into that.
Oh.
More than you would think.
I kind of like someone wrote all the Nicholas Sparks movies. Now, but that's more of like we could go by direct, like we could do like a director or like certain, like things that have like a theme that maybe aren't all one series. Because there's not that many.
Well, Dear
There's not that many
John,
series.
The
Notebook. The last.
I just
Last
have
Ride.
I have all seen these all a
Yeah.
bunch. That's
You've
another
seen
thing.
the Twilight movies
Yeah, but those are like funny.
and the Hunger Games.
The
movies.
Twilight rewatch is funny to me because there's
Nancy
so
Meyer
many
movies,
cheesy,
yeah.
absurd things. Whereas, like, I genuinely love those other movies,
Mm.
where I don't want even to like I don't want to ruin the beauty and the romance, of making fun of them.
Okay.
Where is Xandra? We put out her episode today, so if you're looking for that, you can go watch that. High School Musical. High School Musical is funny. I mean, when you rewatch that, it's a great movie, but
Yeah.
there are
Disney
some funny
Cha-
things.
Disney Channel movies.
I've not tried Pirate Water yet. I would love
We haven't
to.
had it. It's not in the office.
Have you reached out to Justin Long to join Cutting Stems? No, we haven't. I want to say something, but then I don't want to say
What?
something.
Also, if you want to watch anything, I could do people are like asking you to watch stuff.
Watch? We could watch
What do you mean
things?
watch stuff?
Like I could make a split screen where if you wanted to watch that, people do that on Twitch and stuff. where you're watching
like
stuff.
watch and react to things. We'll
Yeah.
have to plan that better in the future.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah,
any
it
of the
says
top
like
of
we
my
don't
head.
have things to do.
So Justin Long, I think we got in trouble for talking too much about The Bachelor when he was on the show.
Well, he
no,
likes
no,
talking
no.
about it.
He
He likes
it.
talking
So,
about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think if he came,
Specifically for that,
yeah,
it would be good.
yeah. BFFs Chicks in the Office crossover. Take it up with BFFs.
Yeah, we'll probably never get invited.
We're not
on
big
that.
enough to be on their show.
I did the live show in LA last year. That was fun with Jeff Wittick,
Yeah.
who I was a fan of for a while. And then I met him, and he was very nice guy. But
Rhea, here's your big moment. You got to meet her when you're in London. Are you guys ever going to go international?
I will be in London in April, the end of April, and I'm very excited about that. I've built an itinerary. I'm not an itinerary person, but when you are going to this type of place, you need to have one. It's not like my vacations usually consist of just showing up to a tropical island and laying on the beach and drinking, not really exploring. This is an exploring vacation, which I'm very excited about.
Gonna be real tourists.
Yeah, I'm going to be very touristy, and I'm going to dress like one, too. I don't want the people of London to make fun of what I'm wearing.
No. You
Not
don't want
being chic enough.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be my biggest nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever do the dozen. I don't think that'll ever happen.
You've never really shown any interest in doing it. Like
No.
I'm sure Jeff would be happy to have you.
When I've watched, I do really well. I'm not going to lie. I get the questions right.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of sports questions that I just know I will not be able to contribute to
but
at all.
that's
But
me.
that's why you need to team up with people that can cover
Yeah.
that. So maybe one day.
Like it's just putting together the team, because I don't know any of the sports questions when we play.
You were almost a phone a friend yesterday. KB almost called you.
KB did.
For what?
Nick and KB almost called both of us
For what?
for celebrity mashup. They couldn't get it.
Oh.
You would have gotten it. The inside was Lisa Kudrow, but he didn't. They didn't end up calling
Who
anybody.
was the other person?
Bon Jovi,
Mm.
which we would have completely crushed that
Yeah.
for sure. Live from the golf course with Fred and Trent.
Would be fun. I saw people
Should we
comment
do a
on
foreplay
the,
scramble?
I saw people
With
comment
us?
on the YouTube today that they were upset that we were yelling at Trent. And I'm just like, are you new here? Like, do you guys realize that we like talk off the show? You know,
Yeah.
like not everything we say is on the show. Like I talk to Trent so often that he knows I'm not actually being mean to him, but people get like upset for him.
Oh, guys, I want Haley Lou Richardson on this podcast so bad. If everyone could go send her a DM and tell her to come on our show. We need like some backers.
Yeah, we do. We need
Because
somebody to put it in her ear.
We did reach out to her team after the White Lotus season, like beginning of kind of midway through the end, and also after she did like the James Corden spot. And I believe the response we got was like, she's so busy, maybe another time. And now I want her on the show so bad.
Who's our dream guest? Martin Short at this point in my life. Martin Short. You know, I could say Harry Styles. I could say the big ones. Selena Gomez would probably be an amazing interview at this point.
Yeah.
People are dying to sit down with her. But right now, in this step in my life, it's Martin Short. Man, I just want to sit down with that guy and have a cup of coffee. Maybe not even a podcast. What's this live for? Is this a new weekly thing? I don't know if it's a new
It's for
weekly
fun.
thing. It's just for fun, just to chat with you guys, do a little Q&A. I think it's fun to chat with the listeners.
Get people, let's get some subscribers.
Yeah, subscribe to the podcast. Yes, I saw Martin Short gave up his seat for Chance the Rapper, and that's only something Martin Short would do. He's a stand-up guy.
The best part of that was Noah sent us that tweet. Or did you send the tweet?
I did.
You sent the tweet, but Noah was like,
Oh.
just didn't know it was
Well, I
Martin
didn't
Short.
see the full tweet.
Oh, hey, Kelly.
My God, I miss Kelly Martin Walsh so much. I miss her immensely, and I want to grab her butt as soon as she gets back in the office. Except the day that she's back, I won't be here. which is quite
It's
upsetting.
going to be a delayed.
It's going to be upset. My go-to Taco Bell order is a cheesy gordita crunch with the Doritos Locos Taco shell, nachos and cheese, a Nacho Bel Grande with no tomatoes, a Crunchwrap Supreme, sometimes a soft taco. But those are my favorites. And I miss eating Taco Bell because I'm trying not to eat fast food. But I did have a taco Saturday night. I did have a cheesy gordita crunch Saturday night.
I don't know what this feature is, but someone just like paid $5.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Thanks.
Shouldn't do that.
You shouldn't pay.
Why?
Yeah, where's that going?
I don't know.
Goes to
Honestly,
the
I have no idea.
companies. Goes to the company.
Where's that going? I don't know.
It makes money to
I'll
the
take
company.
it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, they own the account, right? So
Yeah, I don't
goes
know.
to them.
I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure.
Oh, donation? I have no idea.
Let's get some more questions up there, Noah.
I'm really squinting at this screen. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
know I have the phone in front of me, but
Yeah.
I don't like to keep looking down. Do you guys think Alex Cooper is a good interviewer?
I think she is. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I think people, I think if you're a normal, just like viewer and you just take it in casually, you think she's a good interviewer. But if you're going to sit there and dissect everything, you could find something wrong, but you can find something wrong with everybody. So
I'm sure people think we're not good interviewers.
I'm sure. That's why I'm not going to judge
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I think she has awesome interviews.
I to be honest, I listened to almost every interview that she's done in like the last year because I just think they're really good.
Yeah, she has
And
really
she
good
has Renee
people on.
Rapp on today, and I love her. I would also really like for her to be a guest on this show. If Renee Rapp wants to come on our podcast, we'd also love to have her. We should plan Brie. Yeah, we haven't done it. Rhea just did plan Brie not that long
I have
ago.
been on Plan Brie. You can go watch that episode. But yeah, we've talked about doing crossovers, but then it never happens. They're hard to get a hold of, even though Francis works on the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, they're not here.
Yeah, they're not here for a while now.
They are not here. Which was the worst celeb book you guys had to
Oh God, I
read?
might die on the live.
Oh.
Tyler C. I didn't read it.
I've never read any of them, so I can't give an answer.
I read like all of them. Honestly,
From
like
front to back?
Nick Viall.
kind of. Kind of.
What was the best one?
My back.
What was the
Ooh,
best
my
one?
Felt good.
I'm trying to think.
I
don't
have
know.
a
We had
question
a
for the
bunch.
chat.
I can't think. We tried to have one. We tried to think of one that would. I mean, there was a bunch that I really thought were good.
Do you guys like the weekly watch report? That's my question for the viewers. No, it's just a genuine question. I would love to
I
know.
already saw someone said to cancel it on here.
That's one person, though.
No, I know.
But I would be interested to know if people like it or how they feel about it. Okay, people do like it. Some say not really. Most are saying yes. Somebody likes trivia more. No. I like it. Yes. No. Yes. Rhea needs to watch more. See, this is my... Watching TV isn't my job, but when we make a segment out of it, it looks like it's supposed to be my job, and then people think I'm not doing my job, but it's not my job to watch a bunch of TV every week. But I'm not also a person that's like, I'm the person who
Yeah,
made...
but think about it as more as we talk about pop culture and people like to hear us talk about TV shows.
But sometimes I don't have the time to sit down and watch a bunch of new things. Like I go home and I do other things.
Seems like most people like it.
But
that's fine. I just think that a lot of people, a lot of people do ask us for our opinions on
right,
shows.
and I did genuinely used to bring up the times that I would just watch something organically. And I did go on that long rant about people who are like, I don't watch TV. I'm not that person. I do watch TV. But sometimes I just watch mindless things in the background noise and not new things if I'm doing something else.
Yeah. Yeah, there's ways that we could talk about it. It's just like, I feel like we could probably put together, like, I feel like the graphic works on social. Like, we could put a graphic out without even doing the segment, if that made sense.
Oh yeah.
Like, we
It's
don't
definitely
necessarily
more made
have
for social.
we don't necessarily have to pair it with
Yeah.
the show. So,
Can I do? Oh, Drake on Sunday Conversation was very cool. The question before that was a Norman vlog. So you just want me to film myself with Norman? I could try to do that. I don't know how interesting. He can't talk, so I don't know how interesting it will be. But maybe I could do a voiceover for him.
I was gonna say do a voiceover.
I could have somebody
Wait,
in
I
this
have an
office.
idea. Film Norman when you go to Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and then have Nono do the voiceover as
I don't know
Norman.
how much I can get Norman to do at this point, but I'll try.
Yeah, you should do
But
another
That would be
interview. with
that would be
with
pretty
him.
funny.
I can't do a follow-up interview with Nono.
People loved it.
He's becoming too like.
We can't let his head
greedy.
get too
Yeah,
big, you know.
Really?
And also, we can't overexpose Nono because then people will be like, all right,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
sick of Nono. You know, you
Yeah.
you need to leave the people wanting more.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, we're getting paid left and right here.
I don't know what's happening with that. Oh, A Court of Thorns and Roses is an amazing series. I'm on the third one right now. I think it's so good. The second one was so good. And I saw on Duma that they're making a show, but there's been a lot of drama on the behind the scenes. I don't really have a dream cast, though. I haven't thought about it yet. Which sports athletes would you want to interview for the pod? I mean, I would literally take any Eagles players. I geeked out when I met some of them at the Super Bowl.
Would you
Really
ever have
freaked
your
out.
siblings or parents on the podcast? My dad would be so
No.
entertaining, but he'd also get us canceled. But he would be. My dad loves the Real Housewives, so we've talked about having him send in his thoughts.
Yeah.
But we'd have to watch what he says.
My parents, I don't think
And I'm
my,
not saying my dad's like I'm making my dad sound bad.
yeah,
Like
I don't think my
he's
parents
just
would
very
ever.
honest about his opinions on the Real Housewives.
I don't think my parents really have any interest. My sister is already in the biz, so you
Mm.
can hear her in other
Yeah,
places.
I wouldn't have any of my siblings. The only other person I think would be really good is my sister's husband.
Yeah.
Would be very good on a podcast. I don't know if I would have him, but he would be good. Fancy restaurant recommendations. My personal favorite New York City restaurant, and this is it's Catch Steak, and it's people may be like, oh, that's classic. Over. It's not overrated. It is truly as good as advertised, probably better. It is by far my favorite restaurant. The steak is the best steak I've ever had. It melts in your mouth.
I went to
Best mashed potatoes ever.
I went to Lure Fish Bar for my sister's birthday last week. Really good. That was that's down in Soho. Expensive, but really good if you're looking for like a fancy place that you know you're going to spend a lot of money. As you see yourselves being more involved content-wise with other Barstool personalities once the Chicago move happens, like KFC said on the pod. I think everybody plans to be doing new stuff when that happens.
Yeah, definitely. I've talked to a lot of people recently about some ideas, just involving a bunch of people together. That's how the office before this office was. Like everyone was doing random videos together all the time, and people are still hanging out all the time and talking all the time. They're just not filming together because it's become very like this podcast
Yeah.
and this podcast and this brand and that brand.
And to be
but I think
completely honest, like we're busy.
Yeah, we are pretty busy, but I have a lot
3
of
episodes
ideas.
a week is it's hard to fit other stuff in sometimes.
Yeah, I have like ideas just
They're in the chamber.
not having to do with pop culture, really, just funny ideas that I've been talking to people about. And this trailer that we're putting out tomorrow for this fake movie is kind of like a start to doing those kinds of things. We will put that stuff on Chicks in the Office account just because we obviously want more eyes on that stuff. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to see what people come up with here. I think a lot of people have a lot of good ideas.
Do you feel left out? You aren't watching The Last of Us? I
No.
feel like absolutely not one bit.
I don't because I'm not seeing the hype anymore. The last 2 episodes people have been shitting on.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
haven't
not,
loved the last.
I'm
couple.
not like hyped up on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not shitting on it. I just feel like people are so quick to like say bad things about a good show. Like I don't know why everyone decided that they like weren't good episodes. They're still good
They're
episodes.
good. They're not as good as the other ones, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I discovered this podcast thanks to the Are You Garbage podcast. That's pretty cool. I went on their show a while ago, and they're so funny and fun. KFC said he saw Tommy Smokes with Martin Short's face on the other day with Rhea. That was really funny. KFC, we were filming a scene for that. And
Damn, did you just reveal you're in the movie with Martin Short?
oh, fuck. Whatever, we'll pass that. But KFC we were filming a part, and we were like, oh, okay, you can walk by. And he goes, no, I want to watch whatever this is. And we like did the scene, and after he's just cracking up. He goes, I couldn't even begin to tell you what I think this is. Like, he was like, I couldn't even make a guess on what I think you guys are filming right now.
He'll be so pleasantly surprised.
He will. The trailer's gonna pop. Guys, make sure I know there's a lot of people watching this right now. Are we frozen?
Are you? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, we are.
You are?
Oh, maybe not.
No,
we were for a
we're
second.
moving.
But I know that there's 1,000 people watching this right now. So you guys better show up for this trailer tomorrow night when it drops. All 1,000 of you. Do not let me down.
Shrinking is a phenomenal show. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it.
I have to watch Shrinking too.
No, this one, I won't be, like, I normally am like, I watch it, you know? This one, you should really watch it. It's really good.
Somebody said Kate says sorry on the yak. Did Kate talk about, I want this person to answer. Did Kate talk about what happened at the Philly? Well, I need more clarification on Kate saying sorry on the yak. Because Kate still won't look at me at my desk. And she said it again today. She was like, I still can't look at you. And I was like, Kate, I promise it's okay.
She must have brought it up.
Yeah, she said she feels so bad. So I'm sure the people that are saying that know what happened. But the Super Bowl Sunday, the Philly bar, Kate was filming a funny video, and she grabbed me, and the whole night she kept telling me that my green blazer was good luck for the Eagles because they were winning. Then they lost. So at the end, she grabbed me when I was leaving, and she was like, can I interview you quickly? And she was like shitting on me. She's like, your blazer's the reason we lost. And I thought it was funny, but then she called me a stupid dumb bitch upwards of 50 times. Like, it was like the first time was funny, the second time was funny, and then she started screaming it. Like,
yeah.
She grabbed the mic and she was like, no,
I mean,
you
one
really
time,
are.
like, you stupid bitch.
You stupid bitch, fine.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
I love when
Yeah.
people call me a dumb bitch.
But
It was like the
not
excessive,
repeatedly.
like, and she was like, you're such a stupid, dumb fucking bitch. And she said it a million times. And I was like, thanks, Kate. You're really adding to what everyone says about me. Thanks. And then I left. And then the next day at work, she wouldn't look up from her desk, and she was like, Rhea, I can't look you in the face because I know I said something to you, but I don't know what I said, and I feel really bad. And I was like, you called me a stupid, dumb bitch 50 times, but that's okay. Because I understand she was drunk and she was just being funny.
Do you guys think you guys will live in New York forever? Not Manhattan, but the general area. Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I don't
at this
see
point.
myself. Because this is the thing. I think about, like, I'm like, oh, living here for a little bit would be nice. Living here for a little bit would be nice. Maybe. But I think now I'm already thinking of, like, oh, in like 5 years, like, where would I want to be having kids?
Mm-hmm.
And it'd probably be somewhere in this area. Have we watched Special Forces with Hannah Brown? She's absolutely killing it. Yes. She actually was just in the office today. And she will be on the pod next week talking about Special Forces, which is great. It's crazy.
Really cool. It was great
She's
to see
like,
her.
it was just really wild to hear what she had going on. Sneak peek of upcoming guests. That's Hannah Brown's one of them. We had 2 interviews today. You just have to wait till Friday.
Yeah, we had a guest that had the most impact.
It's a deep question.
That is a deep.
That is a deep question, but I'll be honest. I have a quick answer to this one, and it's Sophia Bush and Hillary Burton Morgan, which were both on Zoom, but I left both interviews being like, wow.
Really?
Yeah, like specifically Hillary. I don't know what it was. I just love her so much. That was a big one.
I have to think about that more.
I thought you were going to say Drew Barrymore.
There are a lot.
I mean,
Drew
hello,
Barrymore,
yeah.
There are a lot that I leave and I go, oh, that person was really cool.
I was trying to think of a more not obvious one.
Yeah.
This person said, are you guys fans of Silvana? I personally find Silvana's TikToks to be quite entertaining.
So do I. So do I. I met her in Arizona for the first time. I had not met her, and I think she's absolutely hysterical, and she was so sweet.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob Saget. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sad. That's a sad moment. Let's see what else we got in here.
Yeah.
We're going to be wrapping this up soon. I didn't realize how long we had been doing this.
I know.
It's 4:15.
Do you get burnout from working? It's so much. I mean, there's definitely days where we're like, God, we have nothing left to say.
Right. Doing the podcast 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like, man, we really, and we are aware that we're repeating ourselves a lot of times.
Yeah.
But then you're just like, not much has changed from yesterday.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have a lot to bring to the table and sometimes you don't. And that's just kind of the way it goes. And, you know, you're not every episode's going to be the most entertaining one. So it's a balsamic company and that's been put to the side for now. One day.
We're gonna have to keep that one, keep workshopping that one also.
All right, let's do 5 more.
We would take a break from the pod if offered a role in Outer Banks. I would move to Charleston.
I would do both at the same time. I'd just zoom in. Or have you guys?
So I would literally, if you were filming in Charleston, I would just move to Charleston.
At this point, they are never. They're never gonna give me an audition.
Would part of you be like offended? Like it took so, like it's like.
No, I would never be offended, but I don't think at this point I have talked so much about the show. I've now like shit on people. Like I don't think at this point that they are going to put me in that show.
Yeah, I think it's hard.
I think I've written it off.
We've also like really come up with. I will say, like, after we talked to Austin North on the podcast, we joked about how, like, if there was a Rafe's love interest role, like, that would be so good. And then we watched this season and we were like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
There it is.
Like, I remember we talked about that years ago, actually.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, Rafe had
yeah,
a love
we
it,
would have, like,
that
would have been, that would have been the role. I really feel like that would have been the role because she didn't do much. But she was in it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I would love to get a shot, but I think they've written me off.
We need Rhea acting in something.
What bar pods do you listen to, if any? I don't listen to any of the podcasts here. I'm going to be straight up, and I don't think any of the people here listen to the podcast here. We are around these people too much. I mean, sometimes if something's funny is happening, like I'll tune in. Like if I hear that something funny happened, I'll go watch it.
We also follow everybody on social,
right? So we see the clips and stuff.
We see all like the really big stuff,
so it's
rare. Or we just talk like in person,
like
about their interviews.
Right. You ask them, hey, what happened on this, and they'll tell you.
Right.
So
like Lights Camera just had Freddie Prinze Jr. and I was like, oh, that's so cool. They talked to him for so long, so I was like, oh, yeah, I'll ask them about that. You know.
I don't listen to many other podcasts, but when I do, I watch them on YouTube, and they're usually comedian-based. Like, I like Andrew Santino and his podcast. I think Theo Vaughn is very funny. Bert Kreischer, so, like, those guys. I don't often, though, but when I do, it's them.
Yeah.
I think sometimes if you listen, I've heard other people say this, you listen to podcasts, like, you don't want it to then you pick up on, like, their demeanor and then you're talking like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, I actually really like to listen to Heather McMahon's podcast. She like does a lot of just solo stuff. And she's just a great, like, her voice is great. And she just, like, tells stories, like, in a really calming way.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's a good, I'll put it on sometimes when I'm, like, doing my makeup or something, or like getting ready for bed, because it's very soothing. I, of course, like, you know how I talked about how I always am watching TV?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like, the next day a TikTok came up on my For You page and was a girl who was like, the way my roommate can't be alone with her thoughts, she's got Netflix on, like, she's got Netflix on in the bathroom, when she's in the shower, when she's got all this stuff. I was like, that's literally me at all times. Like,
wow, this girl said she saw me at the Andrew Santino show, but she didn't say hi.
Oh, next time say hi. I used to enjoy Emma Chamberlain's podcast, but kind of when she stopped doing YouTube, I stopped, like, listening to her podcast at the same time. I kind of just, you know, I still like her a lot. But.
I'm seeing people. Heather's been on the podcast. You can go back and listen. She was a guest a summer. Like, when was that? Months. I mean, it was a few months ago.
Yeah.
I just threw up a $10 question.
All right, based off of the last,
I would love to have her on again. Based on
would you guys be team picking your wedgie? I once wrote a long blog about team picking your wedgie, because there's nothing more uncomfortable. Just do it. Everybody gets them. Pick your wedgies.
And it's just the thong situation. Sometimes it is like,
it's deep in
painful.
There. Yeah.
You got to really get in there. I talked about this at the beginning if people are just coming in, but I am going to the Jonas Brothers show.
Yes.
Next week. 2 of them.
oh, this girl saw me on New Year's, and we took shots together. Yes, that did happen, and you were so sweet.
What kind of shots?
Green tea.
Classic.
Yeah, that's the go. That's the safe choice when someone's buying you a shot.
Yeah,
You got to go green tea because
It is.
if you start getting a lot of vodka shots or what tequila, whatever it is. Most embarrassed y'all have been in an interview before.
I feel like I know friends.
Most embarrassed.
Mm.
I mean, I haven't really been embarrassed. I mean, probably revealing Kristen Cavallari's
That's what I was
show
gonna say.
before it was announced was not the right move, but I wouldn't necessarily say I
Yeah, I
was
don't-
like embarrassed.
Yes, special guest, I guess, was mine with Josh Jamel.
Yeah, but
That-
even that,
but
like,
even
there
it was
hasn't even
fun.
been anything
Usually
that
the
bad.
embarrassing moments are funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's do.
Oh, can you have comments by celebs, girls on the podcast? They've been on the show, and they did radio a bunch with us at the beginning.
guys.
And Ria's like
I
best
talk
friends
to
with
Emma every day. Me and Emma, we have such a strong connection and bond. We just voice note each other basically
Yeah.
every day.
Our show is
Emma
so
is
video
my-
based,
yeah,
and they're not on
right.
camera.
Emma is my go-to advice person. If I need advice about literally anything, I text Emma. She is so insightful and thoughtful, and I love her so much. We have a really great connection. Let's do
She's so nice.
one more question. One more. Throw it up there, Noah. Give us a good one.
I'm trying to find a good one.
You're slowing down.
Favorite vacation? It's not.
I talked about this one, Atlantis when I was 7.
Yeah.
People
I'm
keep
kidding.
asking if you would do a Barstool reality show.
It depends, but I don't think a lot of them are happening this year.
Yeah.
So it really would depend, and it doesn't line up. The reason we've been asked in
I
the past,
want us to do our own
yeah.
show.
So we've been wanting to make our own show,
Yeah.
which we have talked about many times before. We want to host and create our own show because we are the reality show people. We've been asked to do the other ones, Surviving Barstool, Barstool vs. America, and then Most Dangerous Game. I was asked to do all 3 of those this year, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
Barstool vs. America was the same exact time we were on tour.
It really is. It really
Most
is hard
Dangerous
'cause
Game, we had just gotten back.
Yeah, it's
and
a
it
big
was like
it's a big time commitment.
we wouldn't
and
be able to
it's hard,
record
like,
at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
record 3 times a week.
not being able to do the podcast / live shows. And we had a lot last year.
Yeah, so there was and a lot of those were filmed like end of like spring, summer, and we were pretty busy. So it really is just timing. It's not that we don't want to do it. I'm not just saying no because I'm like I don't want to do it. It's just like we can't.
And I really want to host one.
Yes,
That's my personal preference.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. All right. I think that wraps it up, guys. We'll
Rounding
do
it
this
up.
more often. A lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. And we'll think
Good
of
cues, guys.
good questions. We'll think of something different to do the next stream. So it's not just Q&A.
Yeah.
We'll think of some games, and maybe we'll bring more people on, which would be a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
And we love you guys. Bye.